Dude, it's episode 1. The Patty Bandwagon Show. Did you ever believe this was going to happen?
Nope.
Hey guys, I'm Jpaddy. I'm speaking with the Pennatrator.
What's up, guys?
We are... Why are we doing this?
I think we've been talking about it for so long, we're finally doing it.
Well, okay. We're making a show. Like, for instance, I've always wanted to do a sports show. What's your motivation here?
To do anything you want to do.
That's great control I have.
Yeah.
But what's funny is I always thought that I'd have a show because, I finished school in broadcast and, I thought I had to do all the steps to create a entertaining program. Obviously, that's not how it works.
No, I don't think so. You guys should have seen us our first night trying to get the soundboard set up, so apparently we don't know what the hell we're doing.
There's no apparently about it. But, so, do you want to be famous? Is that why?
Yeah, I think so. I think we make a good little team here.
Well, one of my hidden goals for, I personally don't want to be famous, but I want the Pennatrator to be famous.
The Pennatrator, I think, is already a little famous. He might have I would say so, among our friends.
Yes. Well,
So-
there's friends famous, and, I think you agree with me on this point. Like, if we're going to do something, we want to be big, right? Like
Like Reno big or...
Well, I like to think bigger than that.
Okay.
I don't want this just to cater to a Reno audience, but there are baby steps involved, and I think our first step is to become Reno Famous.
Okay. All right.
Like, when I think of Reno Famous, I think of Tad Dunbar. He was he's the Reno version of the Anchorman. Like, I sometimes think the Anchorman was made after Tad Dunbar.
A little bit. Yeah, that chin.
So today I looked up videos of Tad Dunbar on YouTube. And to be honest, there's a lot. There's a lot more than you would think.
Okay.
Did you know Tad Dunbar was skinny?
No.
Yes. So he was a Reno broadcaster for 38 years. And you can see it in his weight gain.
Okay.
But yeah, he had the dirty mustache.
But let me ask you this. When you were a little kid watching Tad Dunbar, he was always fat.
Yeah, I can actually tell you the first time I actually saw Tad Dunbar, and it wasn't on TV.
Okay.
Back in the day, I lived in an apartment complex, and I was like 5, 6 years old at the time. And one day I'm just looking out the window, and it's a Friday or Saturday night, so I'm up later than I should be. It's probably, 11 o'clock. And Tad Dunbar was my neighbor. So I see him get out of his car. And at the time, he's a big dude. And 2 blondes get out as well. So to give you a little perspective, this was mid-'80s. This was probably 85, 86.
And you're 5.
And I'm 5. And at the time, I don't recollect watching the news, but I do recollect seeing him because his body set a persona. I was like, oh, that's the neighbor, who happened to be Tad Dunbar, who's coming home at 11 o'clock with 2 blonde chicks on each arm and walking up to his apartment. At the time, I go up to my mom. I'm like, hey, our neighbor's rolling in, and he has 2 friends. And because I'm obviously innocent to what's really going down. But long story short, that guy was rolling bitches.
Reno bitches.
It doesn't matter. But he was Reno famous. And that's how you could tell, he was a baller.
So do you want to be rolling home with 2 friggin' bitches? Is that what you're looking for?
No.
Is that...
No.
Okay.
I think it's an achievable goal for both of us to become Reno famous.
Okay.
My goal to use Reno stardom is not to be bringing 2 chicks home at the same time. This isn't like the Office Space neighbor. But
that's what made you like remember that at 5 years old.
no, that's true. But that was my first memory of Tad Dunbar. So that made me think, like, that made me look at Tad Dunbar more at 5. And then as I got older, I tracked Tad Dunbar even more.
So did your mom have to explain to you that was
No,
Tad
no.
Dunbar? Or
No.
then you saw him on the news like, oh, that's my neighbor. Like,
Well, so pretty much how it worked was she knew who Tad Dunbar was. Obviously, she watched the news. As time went on, as she'd be speaking with friends in the living room, she'd be telling that story. And it took me time to really understand why she kept telling that story. Because as a kid, it's just a neighbor coming home with chicks.
Well, okay, so a good question for you. Was your mom, because I know that, was your mom single at the time?
Yes. If you're trying to imply that she was
I'm not
attracted
implying
to
anything.
Tad Dunbar, that was not it.
Okay.
I think that was pretty much when I first moved to Reno.
Okay.
And I think it could have been the first moment that I had realization of when you moved to Reno, there's a reason why it's called the biggest little city in the world.
Okay. Yeah.
It takes about 8 months where you learn who everybody is by like 3 degrees of separation, like 3 degrees of Reno. Like, for instance, if you work at a certain establishment in Reno, you will always be able to ask that question. Hey, do you know this person who knows this person? And yada, yada, yada. And in 8 months, you will become that recognized name.
Wow.
That's not that's not being Reno famous, though.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Before the show, you talked about someone who's Reno famous.
Yeah. Skateboard Bob.
Skateboard Bob. So did you always know him as Skateboard Bob?
I knew him as No, I did not. I saw that guy three or four times in town. I had no idea. I was like, this guy is friggin' crazy. I think he's dead now, right? So for all the...
He is.
He is. So for all of the young people that don't know Skateboard Bob, this guy was tore up all the time. I think he had a patch on his eye.
He had an eye patch.
He wore old school 80s like knee pads and elbows
Whether
pads.
it was sunny or snowing.
And he would just rip his skateboard everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere. So, yeah.
So he really worked the area of, well, I'm not even going to say Kitsky in Virginia, but because he went all over town.
Yeah, I saw him at the mall one time. I saw him almost got hit by a car. So that was the first time I saw him. I was like, man, that guy is like, that's why he has all that shit on. Well, he didn't care.
Okay. I got a couple things on this. First thing is, so in my place of work, it's in center of town. One of the new managers that came into my building saw him for the first time. And I'm on carts, and I know who Skateboard Bob is, and I see him skating through. And obviously, the first time you see Skateboard Bob, like you said, he has an eye patch. I believe he actually had Tourette's. He had Tourette's or some sort of syndrome where he didn't act appropriately. He seemed nuts. But anyway, if you've seen Skateboard Bob before, it was totally normal. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so he's skating through. He skated right through the middle of the shopping center. And half the people I work with knew who he was. Because they were local people. And they're like, oh, that's Skateboard Bob. And they've lived in Reno for 10 years, whatever. But then this manager comes out, just new to the area.
Okay.
Totally freaked out. He's all, let's get this guy off the property, yada, yada, yada. And I went up to him, and I'm like, hey, dude, chill. He is like
a staple.
A staple, exactly. He is a staple of Reno. And I'm like, yeah, you got to chill out. Like, I'm ready to defend him. Like, I'm almost ready to lose my job. Because I'm like, you do not touch Skateboard Bob. So as other employees came up, explained it to this manager, and as I talked to him in kind of a threatening mode, he kind of got the point. He thought we were probably all crazy, to be honest. They're like,
Yeah,
why?
because there was more than one of you, right? So
Yeah.
Okay, so who else? Who else were you thinking about?
Well, when
Reno
when you're
Famous.
talking Reno Famous, like guys like Mills Lane.
Yeah, but yeah,
Mills Lane, I was initially thinking Mills Lane, people like Joey Gilbert, but I had to fight that because they are too nationally known.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's probably, if you go to Hick, Alabama, or hoity-toity, New York, people that obviously watch a lot of TV, they're going to know those names.
Yeah. I would shy away from Gilbert for sure because that was, 10 years ago, 12 years ago now? So you go Mills Lane for sure. Yeah, he was nationally famous. And what's that chick golfer? She's national.
Patty Sheehan?
Yeah, so she's not Reno famous because she's like real famous, right?
Yeah.
So
Greg LeMond, that's another one.
okay. So all right. So who else? Who else is there?
So who's Reno? Are we getting down to who's Reno famous?
yeah. Who's out there that you're like, oh yeah, that's the guy? What about do we want to go into like sports? Like, what's his name? Obviously, he's not famous.
Is he even Reno famous if he can't even think of his name?
Yeah. Shit. Oh, I don't know.
Well, like I think Kashmiri. Do you know who Kashmiri is?
Nope.
Oh. Kronos.
Kronos.
All right.
Yeah.
The Kronos, yeah, they are Reno famous.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole family.
Yeah.
Right. So
Oh,
okay.
Gina Carano, she might be over Reno famous.
Yeah, but wait, she was from Vegas, so wasn't she?
I'm not sure. She tries to use Reno, like claim Reno as her home.
So is she Nevada famous? I think.
I don't think Vegas would claim her.
Really?
No.
I
think
she's big little small, or little big small, or whatever the fuck it. Big little.
Yeah.
She's big little. Famous.
Yeah, I think she doesn't really give the appearance of the Vegas persona.
What about Alt?
He's definitely Reno famous.
He's not national.
I think he might be national.
His name is used, right? I mean, they obviously use his name, but nobody knows his face.
That is true. Okay. Very true.
Right?
They'd be like, why do I know that name?
Yeah. Yeah. What else? Who else?
Other than that,
So that would mean we can be Reno famous, right? Everybody know us, but not our ugly mugs, obviously, because we have.
I think that would be perfect.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think we both have faces for radio.
radio faces. Yeah.
Yeah.
Podcast faces or show faces.
Show.
Sorry.
Show.
Faces. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If we're ever going to expand on this, it's not going to be podcast.
That's true.
Eventually, we're going to be live.
Are we gonna wear masks like like Marshmallow or Dead Mouse?
Well, here's the thing. In the perfect world, I want us to become Reno famous. And obviously the reason we don't use our names is I kind of look at us as like a Superman, Batman kind of thing, where I don't want people to know I'm Bruce Wayne. I want them to know me as Batman. I want to have that kind of hidden, like, who are these guys? Like, that's the kind of persona I think we can initially
Get to?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Are we gonna have to do stunts and stuff or
No.
Okay.
Whoa, no.
Whoa.
No.
Well, then why'd you bring me on?
Okay.
I'm here. For
I
it.
am not willing to do stunts. But if you want to play that
No, I
role,
don't
we
want
can
to.
make
I
this
was just-
happen.
I was just
And
joking.
that all depends
I was
how
just
far
joking.
this actually goes.
Okay. I'm not gonna do stunts. Probably not.
Probably not.
No.
So that means there's a 20% chance that you might.
Maybe like 18.
Do you still have the Evil Knievel suit?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I gave that up with stitches.
Well, you are getting older.
Okay, so do we have anybody like our age? Whoa, what about the snowboarder?
Well, yeah, I got
What's his name?
the snowboard. Oh, are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about. Oh,
But is he national?
yes, yeah, the Olympian.
Yeah.
What the hell is his name? Oh my God.
Yeah. So
Maybe just this conversation here tells me that I shouldn't have a sports show if I can't pull this guy's name out.
yeah, that's
If I don't even know local
Well,
sports.
this is why it's not a freaking sports show.
Yeah.
No, but if we started talking about Nevada sports, you would
Yeah,
know it.
but okay. Everyone talks about Nevada sports locally, so I don't want us to go that route.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I'll give my 2 cents every once in a while, but dude,
You know what I'm
you're talking about the mogul skier. He's a mogul.
No, he's a snowboarder. Megatron would know. She
Megatron would know?
Oh yeah, she talks about him all the time.
Because every time he comes in,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah, she's
famous
like, oh,
Olympic snowboarder.
he's a nice boy.
Oh my God. No, I had this. There's a girl at work that had a major crush on him, and he'd come into our work, come to the counter. She couldn't even help him because she's all giddy.
Okay, so your work, obviously, you deal with the public,
Yes,
right?
correct.
How many famous people have you seen it go through like that?
If you're talking Reno Famous, a
Yeah.
lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Name some peeps.
Daniel Musselman. You know, Eric Musselman, the Nevada basketball coach's wife.
Yeah. Okay.
She is hot. And
At that game, not the game that we went to, but the other one, the breast cancer one, where she was running the show. Yeah, she's very very attractive. Very attractive.
do you know her story, what she did
No.
as far as a career before she married Eric?
No, but I know they got married what? 06 or something right before.
I do not know when the head coach of our basketball team got married. I'm not that big of a loser. Anyway,
okay.
But because I'm a fan of journalism, I know she was a journalist on ESPN. And the reason she is not a broadcaster on ESPN is because she dropped an F-bomb on air.
What?
Yeah.
That's it?
Well, you can't drop an F-bomb on air.
Yeah.
On a national telecast. You can
Okay.
drop an F-bomb here, yes,
Yeah.
but it's a little bit different.
I know, but you lose your career about that? Come on. I mean, the mistakes are always made.
She probably didn't lose her career, but she probably had to sacrifice the big-time jobs because I believe she worked at NFL Network before she even got the ESPN job. So she had to be willing to sacrifice. She had to probably come work in Reno to get her name back.
Well, I do. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense because at that game she was very charismatic, like on the floor and getting people to like do stuff and announcing. So I was like, man, she's really good for Musselman.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. So she's gonna be a big Reno Famous person. For sure.
Well, she probably doesn't qualify already because like when it comes to media, Reno isn't the most educated area. You go to LA, they're gonna know her name. You go to big people that follow the media business, they're gonna know her name. But they're gonna know her as Daniel Sargent, not as Daniel Musselman.
Yeah. So exactly. So
she doesn't qualify.
how, just because media outside of Reno only know her.
Okay. The definition of Reno Famous.
Okay, we need to establish this right now.
Yes, the definition of Reno Famous is you're famous in Reno, but nowhere else.
Okay, I don't think she's famous anywhere else.
She was on ESPN.
It doesn't matter.
There are losers like me that know her story.
Were you on ESPN?
No. That's why. Well, that's why I'm
How many-
Northwest Reno Famous.
Was she like a staple on ESPN?
She was an anchor.
Oh, an anchor?
She was an anchor on ESPN News.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, she probably doesn't
So
qualify.
she doesn't count. Coach Musselman doesn't count.
So that's the only rule is only famous in Reno. So obviously,
Yeah.
like Tad Dumber.
Like
But are they only going to be on like on television? But like the
Not
Chronos,
necessarily.
like the
Skateboard
Chronos.
Bob.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Going
true.
back to Skateboard Bob,
Okay.
you know his death made the local paper, right?
Yeah.
When he died, they put that in the paper.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
How many cities, if we call this a city,
Definitely.
okay, it's the biggest little city, put I'm not even going to say borderline bum, a bum's death in the paper.
Yeah. That's the definition of Reno Famous.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. All right. What about who else is there? I just like, who do you see on the streets?
I need people, to be honest, we'd have to get T-Rex on the show
Oh yeah.
because he'd be able to pull a lot of these names out on the fly.
Okay. So the biggest one of the biggest things, right? There's news. There's television news.
Yep.
And then Nevada sports.
Radio. Do you remember Wild Bill Cody?
Wild Bill Cody, yeah.
He's Reno Famous.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. But do you know what he looks like anymore?
No. I don't even know what he ever looked like. But
But now in this day and age, like everybody listens to stuff online,
yeah.
right? When was the last time you watched the news? Local news.
My parents.
Yeah. When was that?
I go to dinner there like once
Yeah,
every
so
couple weeks.
we're borderline the last generation that's gonna like know like any TV personalities, right? It's all old
True.
people. No one's gonna listen to that. So it's all online. So it's either gonna be, the casino people, the Chronos, right? Or it's gonna be basketball or football or Nevada sports personalities.
Ooh, I thought I had one, which would be Northern Nevada Famous, but he's too famous.
Just say it.
He just died.
Oh.
Dennis Hoff.
Oh, yeah. No, that was Nash. He was definitely national.
That was a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. He was king.
So,
Okay.
now that we talk about this, we got to go on a smaller level. Like, because if we're going to be, I feel like we're not even to the level of Reno Famous yet. Like, Reno obviously is my hometown. You're from a little bit south.
Yeah.
My goal for you is maybe to be Gville Famous.
I'm already Gville famous. Not actually. Actually, Big Bird is Gville famous.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah. But I'm not down there. I don't live down there.
That's true.
So
but, like, people don't know Gville they have some famous people come out of there, like Byton.
Yeah.
People know that name, I think.
Byton. Oh, yeah. He
Matt
was a
Byton.
freaking, he was a gold, X Game star.
Yeah,
Gold medal.
it's-
Jesus.
yeah.
What the fuck is wrong
It's
with
not
my
a
head?
sport, but whatever. Anyway.
Oh, come on. Dude. You can't just walk in there and do that.
Hey, just because it's a great skill doesn't mean it's a sport. Anyway, that's for a different show.
Yeah. We're going to get back to that one day.
We'll Sean Estes.
Yeah. That was Gardnerville famous.
He's Gardnerville famous. Chris
Yeah.
Murray. He's Gardnerville famous. He's borderline Reno famous.
I don't
Chris
know
Murray writes sports here in town.
I don't know Chris Murray.
Oh, he's not even Reno famous. He's not even Gardnerville famous.
That's what I'm
In
saying.
all his articles, he talks about Mount Rushmore. I don't know if it's a Mount Rushmore of famous people from Gardnerville, but he says that he is up there with Sean Estes and Byton.
Apparently not.
Dude, he is very close to your age.
Dude, Chris Murray sounds familiar, but
You probably know one of his brothers or something. Jason Murray.
Jason Murray, yeah.
Yeah.
So is it his younger brother?
I don't know the age range.
Oh,
but
jeez. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, see, it'll take me a while. Okay, that's a good goal. I'll be Gardnerville famous.
let's start off. You got to be Gardnerville famous. So when we're done with this podcast, show.
Yeah. I didn't even catch that.
When we're done with this show, we cannot talk about our own personas.
You mean outside of the show?
Correct.
Yeah.
But we can talk about the other persona involved in this show. Like, I can talk Pennatrator. You can talk Jpaddy.
Yes. Yeah. I'm going to be Jpaddy this,
Yes.
Jpaddy that. Okay.
Penetrator said this. Jpaddy said this.
Yeah. All right.
So we have to be on each other's hype train. Like, I have to I gotta be the king of your hype train, and you gotta be king of my hype train.
Train.
I swear, as these episodes go, I will not stutter as much.
Yeah,
I can't promise that. We are.
Yeah,
drinking.
you are. Well, I wouldn't say we're drunk, but you look nervous as shit. So, you know
I am
what?
not nervous.
Yeah, you are. Come on. You were shaking a little bit when we first started this, but you definitely got in the groove. You look a little better.
What the? First of all, I wasn't nervous.
You were nervous. I can tell.
Initially, in the first 10 seconds of the first episode, yeah, there's going to be a couple nerves, but then we started flowing.
Yeah, we're good now. We're definitely good now. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little nervous too. I was. I see big things on this. I see us being Reno Gardnerville famous.
That's all I want.
Okay. Then that's what we're shooting for.
That's the thing. Like with any goal, should we set the bar low just so we don't disappoint ourselves?
Fuck yes. Yeah, why not? Oh my god! And then set the bar low and shoot for less.
Right?
Like, seriously.
Exactly.
Why not?
You know, that's why we're gonna make it.
Yeah. Dude, if we get 3 followers in the next 2 years, I think we're over exceeding.
Exactly. I think you set the goal too high, to be honest. Come on.
Yeah. You, me,
Right. And
one,
Big Bird.
Big Bird.
Oh.
All right. Okay.
So, now that we've already fucked this up today, what are your plans for this evening?
Oh, I got big plans. I got to work early tomorrow, so I'm gonna go home, make dinner. Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. You late?
Yeah. Make grill. It's freaking freezing outside, but I decided to make some burgers, blue cheeseburgers. By the way.
Is this the highlight of your day?
No.
No.
Yeah, actually.
After this, of course, but
Yeah. After that, yeah. So I got these blue cheeseburgers.
blue cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
You're talking blue cheese on a burger.
No. They put blue cheese in the burger, and you
In the patty?
In the patty. Yeah. You just flop them on the grill, but I didn't know it was going to be this cold, so I'm going to have to freeze my balls off, barbecue that shit.
Nice.
Yeah. And then,
how long is that going to take you?
I don't know, 20 minutes?
That's
Just make sure they don't catch on fire.
That's 20 minutes too long.
What?
I'm going to microwave some... What did I get? I got pulled pork. Yeah, I'm going to microwave...
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. Is that good?
It actually really is.
Oh, dude.
It only takes like 3 minutes in a microwave.
There's the carnitas.
Yep. I know all about that.
Those are good, too.
When I want to get crazy, I get those.
Oh, yeah. Those are the carnitas balls.
Well, when I'm watching my weight, I get pulled chicken. They actually ran out of that at Rayleigh's. But...
Pulled chicken. Oh, the same.
It's not pulled pork, it's pulled chicken.
But it's the same. Is it the one
It's
that you
Jack
have in there?
Daniels. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about there was El Rio or is it El Rio? El Restaurante? Something like that. That a place around here holds.
And it's microwavable?
No, what you do is you grill, you just like pan fry it, gets it all crispy, real good. You just chop that up with some salsa and everything. Oh, they make great little tacos.
We just lost our 3 listeners, by the way.
Nah, we still have 1 left, right?
Well, we're going to be... Actually, we got 2. Me and you.
Yeah.
We got 2.
Yeah. All right.
So
Sorry.
hopefully
Okay.
we're at 3. So we got to set the goal up to 5.
Okay, 5. We got to at least get something, gain something, like shoot for at least 5. I say 5.
Let's go 6. If we could
6?
get 4... We have 4 friends that will listen to it just on obligation.
Maybe. You'd be like, hey, you got to listen to this. And then
And
like
give
2
them a
weeks
guilt
later,
trip.
you'll be like, hey, you listen to the 3 that we've done?
Yeah.
Because we got to do this every week, right?
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so this is going to be a weekly show. So you guys know.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of learning that I have to do within days.
The best part about this is I don't have to do shit, and Jpaddy's got to do all the work. My obligation is to show up here.
That's fucked up.
Wednesday.
Because here's the thing. Out of us, the more technological person is the Pennatrator, but I'm still going to handle it.
Yeah.
Because I do have to learn because Patty is in the title of the show. And so the Pennatrator's just going to get famous off all of my hard work.
Yeah, exactly. But what you said earlier is you were the journalistic guru.
And
so
obviously people can tell.
Yeah. You're awesome.
Oh yeah. Everyone's going to feel and hear my learning progress.
No, that's going to be good.
Well,
so weekly. We're doing this weekly.
Yeah.
Make sure that you guys check it out every week.
So on that note, we're not exactly how we don't know how to actually put a fan base together for this. So if I figure out how to share it, I assume I just want you guys to share it as well. The goal is to have it on iTunes. So I'm going to say this is going to be on iTunes. I could be wrong, but however it's initially shared, dislike. There's nothing better than disliking a show because we want to be. I think we might be better if we're bad.
Yeah. Actually, that might be a good goal.
Let's see how bad we can do this.
You guys hate us, and we'll keep turning out more
We
of the
will
same.
make you hate us more.
Oh. Wow. Yeah, don't like us.
Don't like us. And make sure to comment it, too. Put in those comments how dumb we are. And you know what? We'll use you in the show.
Oh, yeah. We'll call some things out.
Yeah, from what I know about podcasts, it's like, or shows.
Shows. There you go. Another dislike.
Yeah, another dislike. So, shows in this forum, what I've learned is the comments make great material.
Really?
Well, most hosts, that's what they do. They just take the comment from the show and they elaborate.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like an email type thing?
No. So the show's posted. There's a comment section on every show that's posted.
Oh,
They put
shit,
the
I
comment
didn't
in.
know that.
Yeah, and somehow I think I'll get an email or I'll just be looking at the link and be like, oh, look at all these sweet comments.
Where can they tell people to find us at?
PattyBandwagon.com. I guess that's the first place to start.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure if it's a functional site.
If you made it this far, tell everybody it's at pattybandwagon.com.
Yeah.
Probably should have said that in the beginning.
No. This is the Patty Bandwagon show. If pattybandwagon.com goes away, I won't be too worried. That shit's expensive.
Is it bad?
Well, it's not too bad. Well, according to GoDaddy, it's worth like 5 times as much money as I put into it.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I don't know what I did.
What did you do?
I bought it.
Yeah, but no, you did post something on there. Check that out too. That was
about Valentine's Day about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Valentine's and sports.
All right. So Jpaddy's been thinking about this for about 2 years now, and this is what, February 20th.
Oh, it's like the 2-year anniversary.
It is. Oh my God! You better look that up. I bet you it's close.
Well, yeah, because the first article obviously was a Valentine's Day story, and just a disclaimer: the writing isn't perfect.
Ooh, why is it?
When I posted it, I had so many comments about all of my grammatical errors.
Oh, I thought it was flawless.
That's right. That's who I'm trying to appeal to.
Do you want me to write some stuff then?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, share this, comment, figure out what we can't to make this work.
Do we have anything cool on the bottom of the notes section?
Well, the last thing is what we're doing, and to be honest, what I'm doing isn't much more exciting than yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm having a basketball. Like right now, Duke North Carolina college basketball is going on, and that's just the pregame to the big Nevada San Diego State game tonight.
Ooh. Now, didn't you say something interesting about that the other day?
I
We couldn't win there.
Oh, we've never won there.
We never won there.
Never won there as a Mountain West team.
So are you getting nervous?
No. If you,
Yeah. What is the score? What is the spread on it? I like to look at it.
I think it's 8 or 9. So all the local sports media, when they talk about this game, they talk about, oh, we've never won in San Diego, yada yada, and to create a narrative.
Oh, the hype.
Yeah.
The great white hype.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
If you want a bold prediction, this game's not going to be close. Like, I would bet the cover.
Yeah,
For sure.
It's only 8.
Oh, yeah. I think Nevada's going to win by 20.
Why? Yeah. Why is it? Why is that so close? Like, I don't.
Because San Diego State is supposedly, well, not supposedly. It's a tough place to play. But
Have you been there?
no.
Ooh.
I would like to go.
One day.
It'd be fun.
Okay. So
heckle.
we'll talk about this later, maybe a different one. But what I was thinking is, how many different college teams, stadiums have you been in? And just basketball.
Just basketball?
Yeah.
College stadiums, not so many. But obviously, I've traveled with Nevada basketball, and most of them have been in NBA arenas. I would say over
Like home court, like
true home court,
true home court. I mean,
15.
15. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, I had no.
No, say it. You had
I had
what?
no life.
Yeah, there it
No,
is.
actually, I won't say that I had no life. I will just say my priorities in my early 20s, I feel was cloudy, maybe? Like,
No, don't.
Well, I won't say
no,
cloudy.
Don't downplay that. Like
my priorities were totally Nevada sports.
yeah, exactly. In your 20s, you were live or die Nevada sports.
Yeah.
I mean, you
I sacrificed a degree
yeah.
because I would rather go to a Nevada basketball game or I prioritized a Nevada sporting event over staying home to study when I should have. And then I'd fall behind and I'd be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't. I mean, that aspect of it, but as far as all
My
the other
priorities
stuff,
were different. I don't know if it was bad or...
no. I mean, you worked with them, right?
I did.
I remember
I worked
you,
for media services for them.
Yeah, I remember you. I mean, you had great seats.
And that's the only reason I did it.
Yeah.
Was for great seats.
Yeah, every game you got to be on the floor.
Yeah. But then I learned, obviously, you can't swear, you can't heckle, you got to be professional. And I learned, that ain't my shit. I'm out of this.
Yeah, but you did it for like 5 years.
I probably did it. I was on and off, so I probably did it for 3 total seasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Football and basketball, but.
You did it for football too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What? No.
I was in the
How
press
many
box
ti-
for football.
Was that like your very freshman year of college?
No. It was my 3rd sophomore year.
3rd sophomore year. So carry the one. Fuck. I had 2 of those. So
Yeah.
okay.
But no, it was a cool experience.
Yeah, you wouldn't take that back, right?
No.
Okay. So
But I will say that I enjoy sitting in the stands much more than sitting on press row or the press box.
nice. Okay, that makes sense. Obviously, I've never been in the other situation. So
It's boring.
yeah.
Well, it's not boring. It's
you have
just
to
very
work.
proper.
You have to work, right? You don't.
Yeah.
And you're very passionate about all Nevada sports. So big game coming on the
was
line.
very passionate.
I remember you hanging up one time on watching you. It was down. Oh my gosh, you don't remember this? I remember this. This is why I remember that. So we were down. It was the good year with Physicus, and we were. I don't know if it was a tournament or something, but we were down, and it was like we had to win to get in the tournament or something. It was a high pressure game, super high pressure, and the phone would ring, and you'd just pick it up. You would say the freaking. Excuse me. You would say the score and hang up.
Correct.
Right? That was all you're doing.
Yes.
The game came so close, and the phone just kept ringing, and you're like...
I didn't answer the phone.
No, you were like, it's too close to call. Boom! And hung it up. I was like, oh my God, that's your job. I don't know why I was right next to you. At that point, I think maybe we scored some seats like right behind you, but just because it was empty in the stadium.
I forgot about that.
Oh my gosh.
They did call right back.
Yeah. And you were like... Blah, 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 and you said it so fast that you couldn't even hear it.
Probably had to
but
call back again.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. I could see why that would be too much work. You could probably do it now that you're
I've calmed down.
old.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. I think I've convinced myself that sports in general isn't that important or as serious as I used to think it was.
Yeah, exactly.
But then there are times where it comes back.
Yeah, especially
Very special times.
any game that I'm at where we're losing, I lose my voice. Doesn't matter.
Involving Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Screw that. How we doing on time? Should we say that?
This isn't a sports show. This is not a sports show. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for listening. Like I said, I need your help on figuring out how to spread the word on this show. And yeah, we're going to continue to do this.
Say the website.
PattyBandwagon.com.
I am.
Pennatrator.
You are Jpaddy.
I think so. Yeah, I'm Jpaddy. As time goes on, we will get guests. I don't know if we're going to bring in Big Bird. To be a guest on this show, you have to have something to promote to make yourself Reno famous. I think that's the start of this.
I think he'll come up with something.
You know, I'll let you screen that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. He might get a little nervous.
Well,
might. But we have a lot of other guests. So
Yeah.
we're some.
because I want to bring in Reno famous people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, I want to get some old Reno fans.
Yeah, like maybe people.
Not old. What I'm thinking about is like some Nevada
ties.
Not Nevada type. Nevada sports old timers.
Okay. Not all Nevada sports.
Not all of Nevada sports, but I mean, how fun would it be just to be like, hey, this is...
Yeah. To hear those down and dirty stories.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, like the old stories with the stands where the beer would just...
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, we'll get back into that.
But, yeah. Thanks for making it.
Yeah, I'll see you next week.
Yeah, and I want everyone to enjoy this Kalaneva music.
Yeah. Oh my God, we love the song.
That's right, it's coming. That's right.
Patty.
To be honest, listen to this as we go out, and we will talk to you in episode 2.
This will set the tone.